Greetings, everybody. Greetings, brothers and sisters of light. I am CmdrAleon, and tonight is the night. Tonight is the night of the Ashtar Command. All and everything Ashtar Command. This is our encounters show for Saturday night. This is not our regular show. Every Saturday night we do this. This is Ashtar Command. All Ashtar Command. Ashtar Command Q&A, Ashtar Command information. And hopefully we should have April joining me tonight. And April is a commander with the Ashtar Command Friends in Series 1111. And when she comes in here, she'll be joining me and we'll be sharing information. She has been on the ships like over 100 times easily. I don't even keep count. Greetings, everybody. Greetings, Terry. Greetings, Carmel. I think it's Carmel 83. Welcome. Butterfly, welcome to the show. Linda, good to have you with us. I know that April was just on before 11, so hopefully I know she's aware of the show. Well, hopefully she'll be coming over here from her side of it, from Vermont. Good evening. I'm Neil. Everybody coming in, Kate. Everyone coming in here, welcome. And Eubanks, welcome. All of you around the world who have been hearing what's happening with the Ashtar Command between April and myself. A lot of things are going on. And I just posted a new video on here, on my page, and also on YouTube, Ashtar Command Spaceship News. I just posted this video from Asbury Park, New Jersey, on the Atlantic Ocean shoreline in New Jersey, and 3 spaceships. The person taped about 15 seconds worth, and supposedly has a little bit longer video. And he says the craft, these 3 crafts, were stationary for about 2 minutes, and then they disappeared. You know, very interesting. Calico, good to see you. Say hello. Everybody coming here. Mark Grubb, good evening, everybody. Larry. Everybody, welcome to a night of Ashtar Command. This is going to be a show that's even more out of the world. If you think this show's been out of the world in general, this show is going to be out of this world. Absolutely. Lavola, good to see you. And hey, Tara, good to see you. And we'll get April over here hopefully in a few minutes. And hopefully she's wrapping up her live and you'll be over here in a few minutes. Tara, good to see you. Marlene, good to see you. Welcome. Bubba, welcome to the show. Crystal, welcome. Hey, Betty Malden, welcome. Everyone coming in. Heather, Purple Dream 6, Mo, Jar, Diane Stadler, good to see you. The hearts are flowing up by themselves again. Is that true? Are other people's hearts, are your hearts tapping on your phone, people? I didn't say anything, is it? Now, Diane says her phone, the hearts are tapping up. I won't stay focused on it, but if that's happening, that's happening. Also, I want to say hello to my father, Robar, my mother, Luna, my 2 sisters and brother on the ship, and all the other people, April's family, and everybody on the ship. I send you salutations and greetings from here on Earth, doing the mission work, as I came here to do for you, for the command, and I am honored to be here on Earth at this time, doing this work. It is an honor. Jersey for life, welcome. Charlie, welcome. And the Ashtar Command, I must speak, because now I'm speaking my Ashtar Command consciousness completely for this show. I'll understand that Monica, good to see you. Just understand that the Ashtar Command loves each and every one of you. And even though they can't come in here and speak right now, well, maybe they could if they want, but I speak for the Ashtar Command, so I will speak for my parents on the ship and those on the ship that are here doing their mission work around the planet right now, preparing contact for happening. Cleo, welcome. Good to see you, everybody. Yeah, we won't get into that other stuff. We're going to be strictly Ashtar Command tonight, so we're not going to get into anything. On other nights, we'll talk about those other things, but tonight is, for new people, this is Ashtar Command night. Penny, Jocelyn, welcome. For those that don't know, I will just say this, that I am with the command, have been with the command before coming to Earth. I came here on mission to Earth, and I never really gave you the full story of why I came here. But I came to Earth to do mission work. I didn't know I had mission work to do because you don't remember anything when you come here as a kid or a baby. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. Now I remember everything, and it's all beautiful. Not yet. I will be going on the ship probably next year. At some point, way before contact, they'll be taking us on the ship. There's too much stuff they need us to learn and be prepared for. So we're looking, and I keep getting, for me, I keep saying 2025, and I think I'm pretty accurate about that. Good evening, April. And we'll see when April gets in here. She might be winding up her live. Or someone can drop into April's live and let her know that we are on the air. We are just on the air now. I know she gets involved in doing what she does, and it's very cool carrying the 79 Red Gen. So someone might want to just jump over there and let her know we're on now. Friends with Furry 1111. She is live. She is in her cat. She is in her cat. Yeah, someone just jump over there and let her know. Car, not cat. Oh, she's in her car. Oh, is she driving? Is she driving right now? Well, she's pulled over. Okay, very good. Well, let her know. Just let her know we're going to be on. So when she gets wherever she's pulled over. Okay. See if she can come over here while she's pulled over for a little bit. Where is she located now in Vermont? Is she in Burlington, or is she up near halfway home or halfway down there? Find out where she is and tell her that we're here. We say hello. But we'll start the program. We already started the program. So I'm going to talk about a lot of things that I already know. Yeah. Let her know we're on here, and that our sister can join us if she's able to. If she's pulled over in a safe place, she can come on here with us. Oh, no, please. All right. Yeah, tell her that we're here now, and if she has time to get over here, that'd be great. Oh, good, Michelle, you told her? Good. We'll pull her up as soon as she's on here. So anyway, this is Ashtar Command Night. I'm fully activated in Ashtar Command consciousness, and we're going to have a blast with the people of Earth, right? So I am one of those people of Earth, just like you are. But the difference with me, not that I'm any better than anybody else, I'm just like you, having the human experience, doing a lot of different things, going through all the experiences we're all going through. But I'm also here on behalf of the Ashtar Command. And I came out of the closet probably probably longer than that. Well, when I was a kid, I didn't even know what the Ashtar Command was. I just told some of these kids in my neighborhood I was from Mars, and that was probably the first and last time I ever said that when I was a kid. Until I got older, and then 21 years ago, I said, the heck with it. I can't just hold it back in. I am a starseed. I'm from Mars. I'm with the Ashtar Command, and I'm here on a mission to Earth, right? And now, this year, I've been really activated, mostly activated in the last few months. So I'm here to bust everything up. I came here, they know me on the ship. My father knows this. I'm very much, I like to shake things up where there is things that are stagnant. And that's what I'm doing on Earth, where I'm trying to shake people up to get out of their 3D consciousness. Hey, Tara, April is doing one more reading, and then she'll be over. Okay, she's doing reading. Okay, I gotcha. So in a few minutes after April gets done with her reading, she's really good at that too. She'll be over here and joining us. And I'll introduce you for people that don't know who April is. She's a real person on Earth. She's really going on ships. She has been. I met her on my live when I first came on TikTok doing my show. I interviewed her about fairies. And then after that, the Ashtar Command up in Vermont, was up in Vermont, and they contacted her, and she met her father on the ship, and she met her parents and her siblings on the spaceship. Then I find out that we were best of friends off planet. We all went to school together, intergalactic school, so to speak, and that my parents know her parents on the spaceship. And then we have Gina, who's a Kit Kat, and then we have Chesno and Johnny, and we all come from that, not the ship itself, but that's where our families are. Our space families are on that ship. Now that's the most interesting part of the story, because as we all met through this show, April is like the key person they selected for us. There's other key centered persons that she's met on the ship that are from other parts of the world that are the key persons for their group of 5. I won't read any dreams, but this is so we don't really do any dreams. I think Junior, we actually are tonight. Our regular nights for encounters, we deal with interviews and stuff. Tonight is, if you're new to the show, every Saturday night we do a show dedicated to our space family, the Ashtar Command. And just want you to know that not only are you watching the show here on TikTok, but they are monitoring the show on the spaceship. So the beautiful part is that many, many space beings or space people are able to view the show on the spaceship off planet. Yes, this is true. So tonight we're going to reveal what we can with you and share what we can with you tonight. My energy last night, I was just like, I made it through the show, but I was really exhausted. But I'm really amped up here tonight. I'm really excited. Celestial Bliss, good evening. Good evening, everyone. Acid TV, yes. Most everybody on this planet, I don't know about everybody, but most people on this planet have no memory of their origins or anything. Millions and millions of Earth people do, such as many of you here, but there are billions of people on Earth that have no idea who they are. They just think they're born here, they live, and then they die here, and they're put in the grave. That's the majority of Earth-based population on this planet. But the truth is that many, many people are starseeds. Now, let me define for Earth people what a starseed is. Some of you already know what a starseed is. But the starseed is the person that came here, volunteered to come here to Earth. You consciously made a decision. You forgot who you were. When you became an adult, you remembered who you were. Sometimes a child remembers and awakens as 10, 11, 12 years old. But many of you are starseed. Sharon, hello, good to see you. Greetings, Brandy. Rita, Cuddy 303, good. Well, I'll put it this way, Cuddy, you are starseed, but you'll remember as we get closer and closer to 2026. Many of you are going to remember. Hey, Alan, good to see you, Alan. Hope you're doing well, brother. Many of you are going to remember who you are. And again, it's not a rush to it's not a rush to the end. When you're doing a race, when I was in high school, I used to run. I did the 440-yard dash and a few other things. But it's not a run to the end of the track. It's no one has to run anywhere. You just have to take your time. Celestial Bliss, I just published a children's book to help children's starseeds have techniques for harnessing their, hey, beautiful Celestial Bliss. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That's exactly what the kids need. Oh, good, Yogal. Yes. Welcome, everybody, to the show. How many of you do not know who the Ashtar Command is? Well, you're going to find out. But how many of you are just new to this whole thing, Ashtar Command? And if that's okay, if you're new to it. Judy McLean, good to see you. Chantel. Celestial, yeah, the Ashtar Command. So I'm going to explain it to the new people. Ashtar Command. Javier Silva, good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Welcome. So the Ashtar Command is actually a real thing. A lot of stuff on Facebook. I have some Facebook groups with the Ashtar Command. On here, my broadcast on Saturday nights. So the Ashtar Command are cosmic Christed beings. They're all Christed beings. So when I use the word Christed beings or Christ consciousness beings, Sandy, good to see you. They are all live in Christ consciousness. Here on Earth, you look at that in a religious terminology, which is misinterpreted. So you have to throw all the religions out of the window in order to understand the galactic understanding of Christ consciousness and of Christ. The Ashtar commanders from all the different planets they come from have families. They're vegetarians. They don't eat any meat or anything. And they live in harmonious relationship with their creator, which is God, and that's the way all the Ashtar command type planets live. So the Ashtar planets are not called Ashtar planets. They're all different. But all the people that are on those planets and the command itself galactically represents all the different planets of light throughout the multiverse. All the different planets. And all these planets are pristine, clean, no pollution. There's no wars. There's no hate. There's no distrust. There's no jealousies. Nothing. Nothing like Earth. This planet, your planet Earth, so this is the thing, Cecil. The people on the internet that created the word firmament, there is no firmament. That has been a lie perpetuated by somebody years ago when the internet first started on planet Earth. This internet thing they call the internet, that's when it started. It doesn't exist. Spaceships can come in and out of this planet in a nanosecond. There's no blockage, no invisible glass bubble around the planet. People come, spaceships come and go all the time. They've been doing this for billions of years. So, on that note, understand that there's no firmament around planet Earth. It doesn't exist. Destiny, are they coming to save the millions of children being trafficked by our government elite? So it's a much bigger picture, Destiny. They're coming to reconnect with the whole planet. They've been working diligently now to get rid of the negative ETs that are still here. They've gotten many of them off planet, but they are working to help our planet. And what's going to happen is many of you are going to be taken off planet. You're going to be taken off temporarily. And then you're going to be brought back on planet. The reason why you're going to be taken off planet temporarily is because there has to be a rejuvenation and a restoration of planet Earth. So what's going to happen is planet Earth is going to be restored to its natural beauty of what it was before it was messed up. Over billions of years of existence, it has been messed up, but more messed up in this current timeline than in past timelines. This current timeline, what messed it up was the creation of the nuclear weapons and Hiroshima and Nagasaki, those kind of hydrogen bombs and all those things alerted the space people about this planet, that this planet was dangerous, that there were people on this planet in power that were dangerous, that were creating things, scientists were creating things that were dangerous. And so they started coming back to our planet after the hydrogen bomb. The waves of the radiation energy reverberated throughout the universe and affected other planets. So the space people came back. They have been here quietly for over 70 years. Actually, more than that. But in our current human history, over 70 years. I'm going to bring April on here. April is CmdrApril. She's my dear friend and sister.
Hello, everybody.
And I welcome her. Many blessings to you, Commander.
Hi. I may be lagging. I am not at home, so I apologize if I am choppy.
Okay. But you're doing good. And we'll switch our mics, as we're talking. Let me just do this for a minute. Wait a minute. Okay. So when we do this, I'm going to stop talking and when April talks, we're going to do a lot of things here. And matter of fact, April just a couple of nights ago had a picture, and maybe we can show it. She was beamed up with her father onto the Ashtar ship. Beautiful photo. And but there's a lot happening. We're going to answer your questions. I know there's a lot of things out there that people don't know. So before April came in here, I wanted to give you a better understanding who we are as space people in human form, and the fact that we are trying to prepare you on these Saturday nights for getting prepared for contact in 2026. I posted a video that was taken last night over the New Jersey shoreline of 3 beautiful ships. The person was with some of their friends. They got a 15-second video, and you're going to start seeing more and more of this activity periodically around the world. But it will really amp up as we get into the middle toward the ending of 2025. That is not the time of contact. It will be 2026. I'm going to switch it over to April. Commander April, welcome to the show. I'm going to unmute. Oh. I'm going to let her unmute her mic.
Sorry about that. I was trying to find that photo for you. So we were talking about what happened.
Can you turn your camera on?
And you're not going to see much because I'm not at home.
Oh, don't worry about
it. Okay. But I was trying to find that photo for you so I could at least pull that up. But anyway, so the other night, I was out and I was doing a live at one of my favorite places to go to outside, and it's like this small, it's like almost like a park, but it's not a park. It's just a piece of land that is very high energy. The farmer who owns this land recognized this and decided not to make this land part of his crop area, and left it for people to enjoy. And he put some picnic tables there, and it's just a little off the road place, and it's absolutely beautiful, but very, very high energy there. I was out there and I was doing a live, and as I'm talking, we started having spaceship activity. A formation of ships started going through the skies, and they were in formation, in a circle formation, which is real common for the Ashtar command to do. And a few of the ships broke formation. While this was going on the other side of the park where I was standing, there was this had been this like red blinking. It was a airplane that was going through, and we were watching all this on the live. So all of a sudden, this airplane's going through, and the tail end of this airplane broke off and dropped down into the fields. The back end of the fields where I was standing at. And we're watching all this happen. The ships that had broken formation went after the airplane, and then were circling around a forest area where that, and the end part of the field where that ship had dropped that tail at. And anyways, we ended up finding out later on that airplane was actually a cloaked ship, and they were transporting reptilians to an undisclosed location to start works on a new space station for the low vibers. Well, we stopped that from happening, and we got sent the reptilians off planet, and that was stopped. Later on that night, I ended up going up on ship, and we ended up finding out the reason why this formation of ships were going through was because there was we had gotten word that there was a device being transported, and this was all happening the night of the Washington D.C. thing. So we ended up finding out that there was a ship that was transporting a device, and it was the device that had gotten away from us underneath the ocean's waters when they were practicing with this device to, I guess, try it out. But that did what this device did was a lot of devastation underneath the ocean surface. And the Ashtar Command has been down there over the past few months tirelessly cleaning up this mess and trying to replenish what was messed up down there. They're calling it like they're calling it a dead zone. So everything in that area was destroyed. So this being said, the Ashtar Command had actually went after this device, and it was actually, when they came and got me, it was on my ship, and we took my ship and went after the refurbished ship that was transporting this device, and we actually got it. We argued with them. I have to watch my wording because of the TikTok. We argued with them and tried to get them, and we asked nicely. We tried to get the device back from them. They didn't want to give it up, and they wanted to argue with us pretty bad. So we ended up taking the device back, and the ship was taken out. So Commander Robar has a kind of a weird sense of humor, and he thought it would be kind of funny to, well, not funny, but kind of a moment to share with our governments that they are not going to do any more harm to this planet. So they kind of let this ship go down in the spot where people would see it, and it was kind of Commander Robar's way of saying, here you go, we got the device back, and here's your plane back, or your ship back, and we're out. So yeah, there was a big cover up with that. They were scrambling. We were watching them do this too. We were up in the atmosphere watching them scramble to pick up the pieces of the ship, and the stories immediately were going out to cover up what had happened, what had truly happened. So
let me do this. Oh, let me just say it. So they're asking, how did the command take the device back? That is a good question. How did my father and the rest of the crew on the ship get the device back from the Reptilians?
So they have this technology that basically it's almost like an energy net. I'm sorry, an energy net that they throw over. It's like it's this energy field that they threw over the ship, and it basically freezes the ship in place. And they were able to pull the device out like that, so they were able to stop the ship in its tracks. And it basically, when this thing happens, it lets off a charge, and it freezes every single thing that is living in the ship. So everything was completely frozen, and they just simply walked on the ship and took it all back. And then they took the ship down because they knew once they got the device off the ship that these guys were going to argue, which wouldn't have been good doing that in the atmosphere, so they took the ship down.
And I would say for people all over TikTok and everyone who's been wondering on YouTube about what happened over that area outside of DC, North Carolina region, all that you saw coming down, just so we can put the puzzle. April and I put the puzzle for you together. The reason why the news media didn't cover it, they were told they couldn't. They were probably told by the Pentagon or somebody in higher levels that you better not say anything or do anything. And we're giving you what we're telling you here. April is right on the spaceship. She's describing. She's describing exactly what happened. So the Reptilian ship had to be taken out, and that's not something the Ashtar Command takes lightly. They prefer to use diplomacy when something like this happens. But these Reptilians, they're working with our government. They didn't want to. They didn't want to do this the right way, and so the ship was destroyed. It was destroyed. It wasn't something taken lightly. Believe me, I know this to be true of my father and the rest of the people on the ship. They had to take that ship down. But the weapon, has the weapon been destroyed? I'm gonna let April unmute her mic.
Absolutely. Absolutely, it was absolutely destroyed. They cannot allow that type of device to be out there. This thing was this technology that should have never been brought to this planet.
No, it's true. And so now that that's happening, I mean, thank God that's happening, so they can never use that weapon again because it's been destroyed. There's no other weapons. This is coming from me. They whoops. Oh, okay. What just happened here? I was going to ask her if there's no other weapons out there. Okie dokie. It could be. Hopefully, April's okay, unless she lost power on her phone. That's possible. You're watching Encounters. You're watching Ashtar Command Q&A. She might have lost connection, I think, on her phone. I think my life has been... CmdrAleon, thank you. A good question, Diane. I don't know if they were vaporized, but I know she's outside, in the car. My next question would be, what happened to the reptilians? So let me see here. Oh, I just pressed the invite button. I'll see if she's still stationary. See if, I'm not sure what happened, but the phone is still... Is she decent from Space People 2? I'm not sure what you mean, decent from Space People 2. They're underground, another frequency. Oh, I'm gonna stay in the audience and answer questions. So April's service is bad where she is. So I'm gonna ask April a question. What happened to the reptilians, April, that were on that ship? And she'll take your questions on here. We'll try to get all your questions answered tonight. No, she's the service is bad where she is. She's going to answer the questions by sentence right now. She's got bad service where she is, so she'll answer your questions in the comment section. My question is, what happened to the reptilians that were arguing with the command? And we'll go one question at a time. So April's listening because she's having some internet problems. Block who? Should I block who? Slay, who am I blocking? Okay, Tara, what's Tara doing? Oh, Big Deb. Who's Big Deb? Let me find out who this Big Deb person is. Okay, Big Deb, I'm taking you out. Big Deb, you're out of here. You don't talk to her that way. Oh, she's blocked anyway. Good. She's blocked. Good. Yeah, Big Deb is blocked. Whoever Big Deb is, she's blocked. Being the talk show host of the #1 spiritual UFO talk show on social media, Big Deb is blocked. A moderator has blocked her. You're going nowhere again, Big Deb. You're never going to be on this here, and you're done. Welcome everybody to the show. We don't tolerate that stuff here. So April, who took what happened to the reptilians that were on their ship that got taken down? Yeah, Hedy, I blocked her, so one of the other moderators, so we're done with that. Are reptilians living amongst us? Yes. There are some living amongst us. We're trying to take them off planet, and we're trying to take them off planet. So yes, they are living amongst us. And some of them are not bad. They were forced by other reptilians in control of them to do things for the government that they didn't want to do, and they're being allowed there. All the reptilians are being taken off planet. Yeah. Thank you, my moderators, for doing your job. I appreciate that. Most of them are. Some of them are not. Some of the reptilians did not want to be here. They were forced here by whatever their leadership is of the reptilians. They were forced to do what they were doing. But these other reptilians, when the ship was taken down by the Ashtar Command, they were really working with the government to do bad things, and they were taken out. They argued with the Ashtar commanders, and that argument wasn't going anywhere because they weren't going to listen to reason. That was after the Ashtar Command took the weapon away from them that was going to be used on this planet in very negative ways. In one Toyota, so yeah. And Friends with Fairies is listening. If her phone's still working, she's able to see your comments. And if you have a question, we'll post a question. I'll pin the question up so she can see it. Thank you, Friends of Fairies. I'm gonna pin comments up so you can see them. She's in the room now. She's having problems with the internet in the remote area where she is. So if you have questions, I'll pin the questions, and I'll let her answer those questions in sentences. She'll respond in sentences, one question at a time, so that we don't get overloaded here. Okay. I can answer that question pretty much, but I will pin it. Who's the government where they're working with? They're working with our government and probably some other governments, but mostly with our secret government. We have a secret government within the United States that's involved with the reptilians and with the Zeta. Okay. And they've been doing this for over 70 years. So with the Ashtar Command, what we're doing now, our spaceships, our command is going after these groups of reptilians and Zeta that are here that have been causing problems, and they're being found and taken off the planet. And if April wants to chime in sentences on that, please do. So the Dracos and the Zeta and the reptilians are being taken off the planet. All three of those groups. And we thank you for the heart meeting mystic. Okay, Karen. Here's a question I'm going to put up. Let me just do this here. I'll let April answer this. So do space people look like in the movies or like human beings? I'll let April answer that question. There's not a galactic federation. The Ashtar Command oversees every single galactic planetary system out there. So the Ashtar Command oversees councils, those kind of things, but there's not separate groups. Over the internet, there have been creations of what they call a galactic this and that, but the Ashtar Command really is the sole group of all the galactic levels of light. And I'll let April respond to the question. I think it's Pat Pringle. The Ashtar Command is going to make contact in 2026. When that happens, the governments around the planet, including the one here in the United States, they'll have contact with the space people at that point, and there'll be a transitioning from the way things are now to a whole different way of living on Earth. You're going to be living in a much more harmonious relationship with not only God and the universe, but you'll be part of a planetary spiritual level of peace with all other planetary systems. 619 Vermin, I think it says, brother, are the elites going to be taken out? Well, when you say taken out, they'll be out of power. The command will not do things that are, for the most part, they will be able to have contact, and there'll be those that are negative in the government will be, and those governments that have been lying to the public, they'll be dealt with in a way that is peaceful, but they will not be in control of the way things are. Black Bald Betty. Okay, I'm seeing if I'll see if April wants to answer that question here. I'm going to pin your comment. Oh, and Friends with Fairy said all high vibration, and I'll pin that comment for everybody. Whoop. I'm going to pin the comment. I'm going to pin April's responses to you. And we are answering your questions. Man of words, calm before the takeover. And yes, it will be definitely, in a sense, a takeover, but it really more or less will be a cosmic liberation of your planet Earth by the Ashtar command. We have people on the planet like myself that are part of the society of the human race, but we are not from Earth. Some of you already know this, that you're not from this planet, and you'll be more activated as time goes on. Let me see here. So we'll answer your questions here through the comment section tonight. We might later take some of your questions for April on here, but we're going to do it by comment for now, for comments. I'm going to put Terry's comment up. Let's see, Terry, where is she? Right here. Wait a minute. So I'm going to put this question up, April. Terry wants to know, how is the economy going to work? And, we'll try to get one question at a time, then I'm going to scroll back, and if I see a question, I'll pin it up. But right now, I'm going to let April answer that question. And we're really going to be very laser focused on what we're talking about tonight. This is an Ashtar Command Q&A, so everything we're doing is Ashtar Command related. And I'm going to pin the comment response up. This is the response to that question. Space people do not use currency, which is true. Space people, where we come from, our planets, there's no currency, there's no money, nothing like that. There's no money at all, actually. Let's see, I'm going backwards to scroll on some of the comments. Man of words. Let's see. Oh, Cuddy 303, this is a good question. Cuddy 303, is the UN going to have one world order? No. The whole thing of this one world order, there will be no one world order. What you're going to have after contact is a planet that's going to be liberated from Earth-based 3D ways of living. Everything is going to switch. Everything's going to change. So there will not be any kind of what has been perpetuated on the internet for years called the one world order. There's no order. There's going to be the liberation of Earth, the liberation of the people of Earth, and all life forms on this planet will be free. And please tap and show that you're liking the show always. I want to see that too. On the top right corner, we're at 40,000. As you tap the screen, you increase the likes. We want to get over 100,000 tonight. Let me see here. Let me see. I'm catching up with the questions. And Crazy Spanner says, on Earth, we need 16G a month to make it work. 16G a month. I'm not sure if you mean what you mean by 16G. Can you explain that? I want to be clear about something with the command. Commander, how can I remember before I came to Earth? Joseph, that'll happen through meditation, and meditation will be your key. So wherever your Ashtar family is, whatever planet they came from, you through inner meditation, just keep meditating, doing the exercises, and just ask for guidance within. And at some point, you'll be able to connect with your Christed family, which is all part of the Ashtar command. CmdrAleon says, I heard the air will be bared and we will need to wear masks all the time. Candy, that would not be true. I'm not sure you heard that on the internet, but who's ever promoting that it's not true. When we get to contact, there's going to be a replenishing and a healing of planet Earth. The Ashtar Command will be taking people off planet temporarily as they replenish the planet to its beautiful origin of what it was. So there'll be no need to wear any masks all the time. Whoever's promoting that, it's a fear-based web information. Wherever it's coming from, don't believe it. Yes, when contact happens, Pink Justice, all your families will be able to be participants. No, money will not be important. How do you meditate? Very simply, you find a space, a place. It could be a beach, it could be a mountaintop, it could be just at a park, wherever you wish to be, in your own room. And you breathe in and out to relax yourself, turn your brain off. And usually higher dimensional ambient music is a good way to, in the background, have the music, relax, and then focus on Christ consciousness and focus on knowing that you are part of that consciousness. And eventually, as you meditate, you can ask to try to communicate with your star family. And down the road, you'll actually be able to do that. And many of the star people, so we have a lot of people wanting to come on here as guests. I might take your guest questions, but they have to be focused on what we're talking about. They can't be like asking me, how do I channel or do this or do that? We want to be, if it goes that way, I'm going to bring you right back to what we're doing here tonight, which is all Ashtar Command stuff. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll not have the old matrix. Yes, correct, Blessed Mom. Are we going to have power outages? No. What we're going to see is that the planet is going to go through massive changes. And when these changes occur, you'll be able to see your planet in a different way than you see it right now. I'm going to put that question up to April, because April's been on the ship physically with her parents and with the space people. And she can tell you about the aging process and what that's going to be like for humans. They did destroy the weapon, Calico. They destroyed the weapon. The Ashtar Command destroyed it. I'll let April answer the question about lifespans. I just pinned April's response. They are going to be reversing some of our aging processes, so we essentially be made younger. And she's saying we never were meant to age in the way we are now. I also want to let you know that our Ashtar Command is watching the show. The Ashtar Command is monitoring this broadcast with April, myself, and all of you in here, so they can see everything we're doing here. Let's see. I'll switch this to April, and then maybe I'll mention something. Tresha has a question. I've been told I'm Lyrian and Arcturian descent. Which do I communicate with? I'm going to let April answer that question first, and then I'll chime in. And there's a lot of questions here. Well, I'm going to scroll down and get your questions one by one. As soon as we can answer one question, we will go to the next question. Yeah, we can read the answers to you. We'll pin the answers to you as April, gives her answers. My answers will be verbally. Yes, so when I say the command is watching, they have a monitor screen on their control center on the spaceship. There is a massive control area where our Ashtar commanders monitor everything, and they have a screen where they can monitor our broadcast here tonight. So for many of you, you might not be aware of this, but I want you to be aware of this. They are watching the show. They see me. They know April's here. They know everybody. They know that you're here. I don't know that less people of different colors, whether they be Asian or not Asian or African, I think many people have been contacted, and whatever the colors of their skin, I think many have been contacted. There's not one group versus the other group or versus the color. Many people have been contacted. Can they see you in your homes? Not really. They can see everything here, your comments, but the only way they can see you in your homes if they make direct contact with you as visitation. That would be the only way that would happen. Nate 2868, welcome, brother. Becky, welcome to our show. And my friend April is here answering questions. She's got a little bit of service problems with the internet where she is up in Vermont, so she will answer your questions. I will too, and we're glad to have you all with us. It's a blessing to have everybody here. Which comment? I'll go backwards here. Oh yeah, I'm going to post it. Oh, here. Okay. They are watching and commenting on my phone. By the way, my dad says, my dad says, hello, son. And I want to say hello to my dad, Rubar. I love you. I want to say to Luna, I love you. To Tia, I love you. I don't have the name yet of my other sister, my brother. But I love everybody. I'm glad you're here. They're watching us right now. And I'm trying to do the best for my father, being on this planet all these years. I'm trying to do the best possible thing in helping people wake up here. So he's saying hello to me. He calls me his son. So he sees me right on the screen here on the spaceship. I will also post this. I'm trying to catch all the things here. Can they heal my disease, which is a birthday fact? Um, I would say this. When contact happens, there'll be things called med beds. You might have heard of the term med beds. At that point, those things will be available to help people, and people will be able to be, at that point, when direct contact happens, things will be available to you on Earth that will allow you to be healed for different things. Kit Kat, Kit Kat, who's one of our five, and she's in Long Island. Kit Kat, your dad says hello. Her dad's on the same spaceship as my parents, and April's parents are on the same ship. Um, okay, question is, are they able to speak to anyone else at all or let you all experience? So I think your question is, are they able to speak to anyone else at all or let you all experience a planet? I'm not sure I understand part of the question, but I'm not sure I understand the whole question. The command is just saying to April, to everyone, the Ashtar command is saying to all 302 of you, they're saying, hello, beautiful people. They're saying, hello, beautiful people to you. They see your comments and they see, that's what they see. And Nicole, love and light to you. Much love to you, our nurse. Let's see here. Loretta, welcome. Let's see here. And to my father, Rubar people, and from the Ashtar Command, Rubar, everyone in the room is saying things like, hello, Ashtar Command, we love you. Thank you for all you do. And they appreciate that. I know my father does. He's a commander on the ship. They appreciate knowing that you all on Earth love them for what they're doing to get you ready for contact. And what we're doing here, if we weren't here, you wouldn't even be knowing how to get ready for contact. So we gave up much of our lives on the ships to come to Earth. And for me, it was in the late 50s when I came here into human form on the planet, but I didn't know anything until I got older. I mean, now there's, and I know they probably knew, I don't know if they knew, my father knew where I was here on Earth when I was a kid, but they certainly, when we all got together here on TikTok, um, I think they probably knew. I was having my human experience. They just let me have it, but I'm just looking at. Okay, here's a good question. The question is, and I will put it up here. This question is, will we still eat the same food as we are now? I'll pose that question to April and also to either my father or anybody on the ship that wants to respond to the questions too. Will we as Earth people, will they still be eating the same food or will they gradually eat more vegetarian food and fruit? I'll put that question to Rubar or to any of our family members on the ship and to April. No, we'll get to that. We'll answer your question for sure on contact, and we'll let them explain that. I'll refer that to my father on the ship and also to April, who's been on the ship over hundreds of times. Can you still live in your homes? I will say yes to that question. No, it's not a matter of can we make contact when you want it. It is in divine planning. It will be 2026. I appreciate the question. It's going to be in 2026. The other thing you should know, which is important, and it'll before major contact happens. April, myself, Kit Kat, Johnny of the Third Kind, and Chesno will all be going together on the ship. Our parents haven't told us or told April when we're all going to be. The rest of us going off planet. We usually lasts about an hour, maybe 2 hours Earth time. We will be all going. Not all of you, the five of us. It's not that you're being excluded. There's a whole purpose behind what's happening. And recently, April's on the ship. There were 4 or 5 other humans, and each one of those human beings, wherever they were from the planet, represent a core of 4 other people in their group, which makes 5. So yeah. So next year, when they're ready to bring us up, the rest of the 4 of us on the ship, we will all go up together. They, in my case, being in Connecticut, they'll probably open the wall up or something, and I'll walk into the ship where I'll be, however that works. And I must say this to everyone, that we've been preparing, the rest of us have been preparing for months, getting ourselves psychologically ready, mentally prepared, spiritually prepared, for the first time going physically on the ship and seeing our loved ones, our parents, and that connection is going to be most beautiful. We love our parents on the ship, and that will be most beautiful. And when April does what we call a dance party, a lot of the, because the Astro Command works so hard on the planet to help our planet, they need a break sometimes. So many of them will come into her room, and and April will do a dance party. In the Astro Command, it's almost like a break for my father and all the rest of them. They'll come in and just dance. They physically come in to the house, into the room, and it's a big dance party, and then they go back on the ship. Barbara's concerned about Earth's weather pattern. I'll ask if Commander Rubar or anybody in the ship wants to answer that question. Do the people of Earth have anything to be concerned with the weather patterns on this planet? And I'll let April type in the answer from our Space Command. She's asking about climate change. And we'll get to that question too, Cynthia. And then after that answer, the question to our family on the ship is, are you going to help the people in the area of the planet called Gaza? Are you going to be helping the people in the planetary system of Earth in the region called Gaza? And I'm going to try to do one question at a time, not so they get jumbled up. So be patient, everybody. We will get to your questions. We want to try to do one question at a time here so we can answer them. Either April, I answer them, or our space family. And okay. April said, "I'm not sure," and I don't know. It's a tough question because the whole world has had situations, and the Astro Command sees the devastation. They're not happy with people killing people. They're not happy with people bombing people. We're never happy with any of that. But I can say this, that when contact happens, there'll be no war. There'll be no more people bombing other people. There'll be an end put to it. So, Samuel Power, I will speak, and then I'll let Commander Rubar and April speak. or April or Rhubarb. People are asking, will there be? There's not going to be a World War III. The Ashtar Command won't allow it. The Ashtar Command can shut down every nuclear silo on the planet. So there'll be no World War III. Nothing to fear about that. But I will also confirm that with my father on the ship, Commander Rhubarb, and also with April. And I'll put the comments up. I want the people of Earth to know that there will be no third nuclear war. And no people will not live forever. So April is answering, and she's correct in her answer. People will not live forever, but people will live longer than they are now, and they will look younger. And the fact that you'll be living way longer than 100 years old, and you will not look like you're falling apart. If you would see my father or April's parents, they look beautiful. They look like they're in their 20s, 30s, and they're thousands of years old. And yes, I said thousands. Okay, so, your question, Scrubs, is will they go to heaven after you die? Wow. So I'm going to refer that question to April and our parents on the ship to answer that question. The question is from Scrubs here on Earth. They see your question. Rhubarb, my father, Rhubarb, anyone on the ship want to answer that question. Will people go to heaven after they die? And we are taking your questions tonight. The Ashtar Command, my family is monitoring us on a spaceship, one of the command ships, and we are answering your questions. Okay, let me see where April's answer was. Did I miss April? Oh, I'm going to pin the comment here. April's response was to our new world. Kit Kat, thank you for the heart me. And I am taking time to translate on the broadcast here. If you're watching our broadcast, the Ashtar Command is involved with our broadcast always. They are answering questions. April's answering questions. Our parents on the ship are answering questions that you have. Vices will no longer exist. Vices will be gone. There will be no reason to have vices. The only reason why you have vices is because on a planet that's 3D, where all these vices existed, you won't have any vices. You're not going to want to have any vices. Not with where the Earth is going to be, there'll be no more vices. This is a great question. Um, so there's a comment here by one person that thought that people do not die. I'll rephrase the question. Do we, as Ashtar people, as people from other planets, since before coming to Earth, I was on the ship, do we physically die at some point in our thousands of years of living? At some point, or what happens? I'll try to get an answer because I'm sure some people are interested in knowing the answer. No, they're not excited about any. The Ashtar Command does not support political. Yes, we do. Let's see. I'm going to pin the comment. The answer for the related thing was yes, we do. The Ashtar Command, and they can correct me if I'm wrong, they do not support religion or politics or any 3D related things here. Because eventually you will not have any of those things. You won't have prime ministers, queens, and kings, or those kinds of 3D things. So Susie's question is, she says, so Ashtar Command, so once we die, we go to a new world. It's like going through a portal of dimensions or dimensions. Can we bring our pets? Yes. When is the battle against the reptilians? The Ashtar Command has been capturing reptilians and sending them off planet. Our main ships have been involved and very proactive in making sure the reptilians don't do any hanky-panky here on Earth. And the reptilians, Senor de los Crios, they have been taken off planet. Derek says, how old are you? Well, for me, I never talk about the aging process. What I've taught people to do is how to, I don't mention it much, but there's a way of controlling the human aging process. Hey, George, good to see you, brother. And I am looking at the comments here. No, Tiny Granny, no. That's an assumption, Tiny Granny, no. That's an Earth-based belief system. Again, that's 3D religion. What there does exist is like I said, negative ETs, but we don't, the command does not believe in Earth-based belief systems. That's your belief systems. I'm not saying that you believe in that, but the people on Earth that believe in that have believed in that for years, and it has nothing to do with the cosmic elevations of Christ consciousness. Jetty Beans, well, this is Ashtar Command Night, so stick around. We're answering questions totally related to everything Ashtar Command. You're being watched on our spaceship. One of the Ashtar Command ships is viewing everybody here. Regen, thank you. They see your questions, your comments. Thank you, Willie. Here's a question for the Ashtar Command on the ship. Once are you talking about, Penny, when contact happens, when direct contact happens? If you're talking about when direct contact happens in 2026, people will be going where they potentially want to go. So because many of you come from other planets, but you don't realize that yet, when direct contact happens, you'll learn about different things and about possibly going back to your home planet. Lupita, welcome. D got comics. I have no idea what element 115 is. I have no idea. Friends of Fairy, I'm trying to go backwards into here. I have to look for her comments again. I saw your comments before. Am I not seeing them? I see. Do you still believe in Jesus? Jesus is a space being? Oh, why can't I not pin? That's really weird. I'm gonna make you. Let me. Oh, you're not a moderator. Um. Oh, you're definitely a moderator. You should be able to pin comments too. You should be April. You should be able to pin comments. I'm gonna see if she can pin a comment. I have you as a moderator here, so you should be able to pin. I'm not sure what's going on. Oh, see, that worked. Why can't I not pin comments? You just pinned April, you just pinned one of your comments. It worked. I made sure you were a moderator so you can pin your comments. And for those just tuning in here, CmdrApril from the Ashtar Command in Vermont is with us. I am CmdrAleon. Our parents are watching the show. Earlier, I don't know what happened earlier, but I see your comments being pinned now. So I'm glad to see they're able to pin. I was checking because I'm the one who would set it up. I was checking to make sure you were a moderator. Okay. And we are looking at your questions. Is the flower of life important in any way to the universe? So we'll pose that question to April, myself, and our family on the ship. The question from this Earth human is the flower of life important in any way, the universe? Whoops. There's so many questions. A question here. We know Jesus. April has met Jesus on the spaceship. If you're asking, now that was a 3D, Greta. That was all 3D stuff in the Bible about disciples or disciples. I'm going to leave that up to the command. And I'm going to take a stretch here. Sometimes Jesus is on the spaceship with Commander Rubar and Nananuk, April's father. So I'm not sure if he's on the ship tonight with them or not. But I would ask the command, or this is kind of wild for me to say this, if Jesus is on the ship with them, could he answer the question, did Jesus, the space person, have disciples when he came to Earth? Let's see what happens. And we're going to slow down the questions a little bit because I'm trying to catch everything. And we're going to do our best to go backwards if we need to, if we miss a question here. Was Jesus married? I'm going to refer that answer to April. She's met Jesus on the spaceship. And I'll let her answer that question. Oh, he's not on the ship with them now? April, is Jesus married? Does he have a wife? Does Jesus have a mate, a wife? We're going to wait and see I know the people on the ship probably know that. Yes, I haven't met her. I'm going to pin the comment. This is great. So for everybody out there, Jesus has a wife. Jesus has a wife. You heard it right here. Jesus has a wife. Beautiful. Yeah, that's amazing. And let's see, what's some of the other comments here? Okay. Oh, here's a question here. I'll just read the question. The question, actually, I'll pin the question here. And again, April answered the question. Yes, yes, Jesus has a wife. When she's been on the ship, she hasn't met Jesus' wife yet. And I'm sure when we all go on the ship at some point, we'll meet Jesus, and I hope we meet his wife. Okay, April, the next comment is, and you or any of our parents on the ship can answer it. Sean Nana is asking, why are they waiting for contact in 26? The question is for anyone on the ship or April. Well, she's been on the ship, so they would tell her. Why are they waiting for contact in 2026? What is the relevance of that year versus next year? I gotta make sure I go back here. Oh, that's another great question. We'll get Terry. We'll get to your question on that. That's a great question. There's so many questions here. I will go back and forth and try to. I mean, I'm being blasted with questions here. I'm not ignoring any questions, but give me a chance to. I'm only one human being, so I need to be able to go back. Mahansu, good to see you. Oh, the question that I find fascinating, and I'll give this to April, and I'll give it to Rubar Nananuk, your father, and anybody on the ship. Does Jesus have children? Let's see here. Yeah, someone, welcome. Yes, Jesus does have children. So, excuse me. So, for people watching here, Jesus does have children off planet. He has children off planet. Again, let's be very clear. And the other question is, I just want to continue on this about the children. Jesus's children are not here on Earth. Jesus's children are off planet, off the planet, off planet, folks. Not on planet, off planet. Um, I want to. Oh, the next question is for our parents on the ship. I have a question here for our parents on the ship, and they'll refer the answer to April. They broadcast, and she can hear it through her phone. The question is, why are they waiting? There were two questions. Why are they waiting for contact? So we'll see what the answer is here. Okay, so I know people are making comments about Jesus' descendants are in Palestine. Jesus's children are off planet. Off planet. Two words, off and planet. We'll get to your question in a bit. I'm just going to try to go backwards with questions, but I want to give the command a chance to answer your questions. Again, we're human beings, so give us a chance to get to that. Now, April is in a car. She's not on the ship right now. She wouldn't be on the ship answering questions because the phone would not work. But no, she's here physically in a car in Vermont. Okay, so I'm going back because the things are going so fast on the screen here. Let me go back. Yes, they are waiting for all the ships to arrive. Okay. So the answer to that question is they are waiting for all the ships to arrive. That's why 2026. So not all the ships are here yet. In 2026, all the ships beyond this planetary system will be here. Now, when I say that, I'm speaking in terms of all the galactic forces of light will be here. They're coming from very far away. Many of these different planetary systems where they're coming from are way beyond Earth, beyond our solar system, beyond our galaxy, and actually even beyond our universe. So some of these ships are coming from universes beyond us, and they are coming to our planet. But all these ships, all the galactic forces of light, will be present here in 2026. Let me just, I will try to get to these. Oh, she's answering a question. I'm going to pin the answer here. The answer for people is because they're also bringing technology, equipment, and medical stuff, etc. So the answer is the reason why you're not getting contact right away in 2025 is because they are bringing technology, equipment, medical stuff, and other things to our planet. And I am looking at the comments here. Breakfast Club, Breakfast, good to see you. And welcome to Ashtar Command Contact Night and Communications. Just to let people know, we are in contact right now. The Ashtar Command is, our family is watching through a monitoring screen, central control system on the spaceship. Yes, some do. Some of the space people live amongst you. And Susie, you're right. God is the creator of all things everywhere in the universe. Ambra, I see you. I see you. And we are still reading your comments here and questions. I need a voice communications. Will we be brought up to the ship as humans or without human bodies? So Rita's comment is, will we be brought up to the ship as humans or without human bodies? You know, you'll have human bodies. I can answer that part. Your human bodies will be intact. So you'll be brought up to the ship when main contact happens with your physical body. DJ High Demand says, hi, Space Family. Rita Marie's question, let me go backward and see. Oh, no, I saw Rita Marie's question. I just answered it. God is universal. God created all the life on all the planetary systems beyond this beyond this planet, beyond the solar system, beyond this universe. God created it everywhere, you know, beyond this time and space. Yes, we need to stay together. You can communicate with both, Teresa. I know you. I think you answered that. You asked that question earlier. Can communicate with both. Richard, the reason why you were never supposed to age, you weren't supposed to age and get old at 100 years old Earth time. You're supposed to be able to live thousands of years and still look to be 20 or 30. You were never supposed to look old. Yes, Parm sauce. Stargate is no. There's Stargate is not the only way out until we stop. Stargate. There are Stargates, but there's no need for Stargates to travel in the universe. There's no need to use a Stargate, and that's not just the only way to travel. That's one way, but there are multitude of ways in which the space people can come to Earth, and they don't need a Stargate to get here. It's not the only way out or the only way in. Will all the life forms be taken up? When big contact happens, I will refer that to the Ashtar command on the ships. Will all the life forms be taken up, and will that April listen since she can hear them verbally through her phone? They'll respond to the question. And Lavola, we'll get to your question there. God is not on a ship. God is not on a ship. God is not on any ship. God is the creator of all the multiverse. God is not on a spaceship. Yes, we're going to live longer, Richard. When contact happens, I do believe you'll be okay. When you go on the ship, you might get beamed up. When direct contact happens in 2026, I don't think people here are going to have motion sickness. April's response is no, we traveled by portal. And that's how they travel. They go through portals. Our spaceships come into this dimension through portals. And your blood type doesn't mean anything, BT Sammy. It doesn't matter what your blood type is. It has nothing to do with your star origins of your star family. The blood type has nothing to do with it. Did a spaceship crash outside Washington, D.C.? That was a reptilian spaceship. April referred to it earlier. And she spoke about it earlier on the show. It was her spaceship, the ship that she was on, the Ashtar ship, took the Reptilian ship down. There's a whole story, the reason why. There was a weapon on the ship that was taken and confiscated before the ship was taken down, and Reptilians on the ship. They were arguing with the Ashtar command, and they would not let go of the weapon. So the Ashtar command took the weapon with one of their technologies, and they got the weapon off the other ship, and the other ship was taken out. But the Ashtar command tried to reason with them. And April said, I asked about specific blood types. We had a gentleman, Ashley found a gentleman in North Carolina who saw the Reptilian ship coming down that was taken out. And we're going to try to get him on one of the nights on our show. But we did have at least one person that witnessed the Reptilian ship going down that was taken out by the Ashtar command. Hey, Mary and Ray, have a good sleep. Be well. He saw the Ashtar. Oh, yeah, that's right. He also saw the Ashtar command ship in North Carolina. He saw the physical Ashtar command ship, and April was on that spaceship when it went over that region of the planet that took down the Reptilian ship. So April was on the spaceship that took down the Reptilian spaceship, the Reptilian vessel that was destroyed. And Jeremy said to Ashley, who was on here with me the other night, that it was actually huge. The spaceship was very big, the Ashtar ship. Did the reptilians die as well? I didn't know if we got to answer that question. What happened to the reptilians? I'll put that to April. She was on the ship. What happened to the reptilians when the ship was taken out? Hey, Marie, welcome. Thanks for sharing. She's having some technical problems up with service and where she is, and so she's conserving energy. And I think she's able to answer the questions here. Paranormal Ghostbusters in the Philippines. Good evening. Yeah, so they vape. Yes, she said vaporized it, which I believe means also. I'm thinking that the reptilians that did not cooperate, they were probably vaporized with the ship they were in. And again, the Ashtar Command doesn't like to do things like this, but the reptilians, these particular reptilians, would not cooperate. They tried to reason with them, and they wouldn't reason with them. Hey, hi, good evening. So she didn't. Friends with Fairies did not say vaporize it. Let me see something here. Let's see if we can bring her up. I don't know if she's gonna have any problems here for just a moment. We'll try it. I know that there's some problems with the service, so I'm gonna test some clarity on this.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, no problem.
Okay. We took in.
Oh, sorry about that. I didn't mean to do that. I'm gonna let her do it.
We took into custody all the living beings that were on the ship, and the ship was destroyed. Did you hear me?
Yeah. So that's why I don't want to echo on your phone. So they took all the reptilians off the ship and they vaporized the ship. So the reptilians were quarantined, so to speak, I believe. I'll turn it back over to April.
So they were questioned, and we got some information from them that we needed, and then we sent them off planet. But the ship was definitely destroyed.
And there was this person in North Carolina, April, that saw the Ashtar command ship. This guy, Jeremy, we're trying to get him on the show. He saw a big, huge ship, which is your ship, go over North Carolina.
Yes. I heard that. That's pretty awesome. It would be cool if he would have gotten pictures of it. I never get to see the outside of the ship. I'm always inside of the ship.
Yeah, so he actually, we're going to get him on hopefully one of these nights. Ashley's communicated with this person, and he was one of the only people that saw the Ashtar ship over North Carolina, and he also saw the Reptilian ship. He didn't know it was a Reptilian ship, but he saw the debris coming down from space or from the sky. It was pretty interesting. So now that the reptilians have been, quarantined and sent away, and that has been taken care of, are there, as a command, as our parents, is a command aware? Are they making sure that there's no other weapons out there and no other types of shenanigans going on before big contact in 2026? I'll turn it over to April. Let's see here. Oops.
Can you?
Oops. There we go.
Can you repeat that?
Yeah. The question is, let me do this again. The question is, since that happened, which is great that they took that ship down, and the reptilians have been sent off planet, are they concerned? Are our space parents concerned, and the command in general? Are they more? I mean, obviously they're aware. Are they keeping track of potentially the Earth government that's been working with the reptilians, trying to do other shenanigans, or is that being? Are they monitoring the situation? I guess is what I'm asking.
We have one of our strategic areas where we monitor all this stuff in dimensional inner Earth. This is where I was at for the last 3 weeks. Last night I was off planet. I was gone for 3 weeks to dimensional inner Earth. We were monitoring, getting together all the reptilians that we have questioned. Talking to our spies that are out there, and getting all this information together, of making sure that the government is not up to no good in the stuff that they are doing, because they are always trying to get away with something, to try to stop contact from happening, and try to create fear around the planet, to try to again stop contact from happening. They're doing everything, every last ditched effort they can to try to stop this from happening. What they want is they want us to fail, so that they can take over the planet and basically just drain our planet of all its resources. Them and the low vibers. That's what their hopes are, but it's not happening.
Yeah, no, and that's something people need to know, that it isn't happening, and that's why I asked April that question, because she's been on the ship, and she went into where she went to on that 3 weeks off planet. So these are things that we want you to know about. April is at the forefront of this because she is physically taken off planet. She doesn't channel this information. She doesn't have a pendulum. She is being physically, brothers and sisters, off the planet. Like I said, I'm part of her group of 5. She met other humans that she didn't get to talk with the last time she was on the ship. And they have their own groups, no matter where. I don't know where these people come from, whether it's Japan or Europe or wherever they are. They also have groups of 5. And so each of these groups of 5, with their groups, will be going on and off the planet pretty soon. I would think that even though, Rhubarb and all the people on the ship, our family, they don't even tell April when we're going on the ship. So we've come to months and months and months to have inner peace that when it is time for us to go with April on the ship, they will know. And because April's the head of our group that they chose, which is the best thing they did because she's in a remote area, that she will tell us when that night is. When they tell her, then we'll be guided to know to be ready, and they'll come, in a way in which they'll be able to come into our room or whatever and take us on the ship. So we are here to educate you on Saturday nights here on Ashtar Command Night. We want you to be knowing in transparency what we can tell you, what they want us to be able to tell you, what April gets from off planet. They'll tell her what we can discuss here for now, and we have to make sure everything's protected. They're not going to just spill the beans out, because we don't know if they're government agents. There probably always have been agents listening to my show and even April's broadcast. So, we're doing everything in the right way, and it's all been in the planning stages way before we were born on Earth, and we trust in our family. They know what they're doing, and everything that's being done is being done in a way to make sure that there won't be any failure, and there won't be. I will say this very directly. Not only am I agreeing with April, which I do anyway, that there'll be no failure, there's no way they're going to pull the shenanigans off to try to stop contact. The Earth-based secret government on our planet will not be able to stop us from having our space people land on Earth, and there will be a time when they will land on Earth. All the weapons of war on this planet will be neutralized and destroyed. So I'm saying this now, and I can speak on behalf of this, and I know my father would agree with me and the people on the ship, that every single weapon of mass destruction on this planet will be neutralized and destroyed. They will not be able to use jets against the spaceships, nor any other technologies. They will all be neutralized and destroyed. I'm making this a statement here to be very clear. I'll turn it over to April when she comes back. Okay. So I'm turning it over to April.
I'm sorry. I was trying to get my thing unblocked. But yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with you. We just have to be very mindful about the things that we are saying, Commander.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's true. And I think, and I won't say anything more about that, but it again in the 1960s when I was growing up. Well, I didn't know I was a kid, and I didn't even know this, but there have been books written about it by the contactees back then. My friend Ashtar Athena, who her husband is Ashtar, and Ashtar is married to Athena. I try to get her on TikTok. She's a beautiful soul. She's in her 70s, and she's a woman I've worked with for years and met years ago through CmdrAleon of Emergence, and yeah, so she knows a lot about what happened. She would tell me when I first met her about all these things. But we are going to live in a beautiful world. We're not going to be living in a world where there's wars and people, it's going to be a whole different way of life. And for all of you who can trust what we're saying, we speak the truth. I mean, April goes on the ship and she works tirelessly, almost constantly every other night going on the ship or whatever, maybe gets a break with everything has to deal with on Earth. And then she goes on the ship and she's doing tremendous, tremendous work. And she's doing this on behalf of all humanity. I'm doing the things I'm doing here as intergalactic communications person using this technology on the planet to help educate people. We were here to help educate you. And that's really, really important to us that you understand that these things are really happening. And we want to get people prepared. And we want to make sure that you don't go all over the internet looking for information that's misinformation. That's a diversion from truth. When we share things, the command says we can share, we will. We won't spill the beans on everything because we can't do that. But as we get closer to big contact, more will be revealed. And between now and 2026, you can bet April and I will be, whether we're doing a live, each other's doing a live separately or on Saturday nights, we'll be providing you with new information as we're able to share it, and you'll know what's happening here. This is where you're going to get the information, either from April or me, or when we're together. We like to do shows together on my Saturday nights, and then she can come on whenever she needs to. If something really important happens, she can break in and just say, I need to come on. So that's the kind of relationship April and I have, and our families have on the ship. It's just, we care about you. We care about this planet. I know you care about this planet. And we'll continue doing what we're doing. And again, like I say, we all have things that many of you here, hundreds of you here, have yet to figure out what you're doing here. You'll get there. You'll get there. And as long as you watch April and me, we'll help you get there. We're here to help you, and we will help you. We are doing our best, but we are still human. So it's not going to be like automatic. It's something where we'll try to help you with transparency, with understanding of different things. We're here to help you, April and I, and we love all of you because we care about the planet, we care about you, we care about our families, and we care about everything. And so we're going to continue on with a few more questions. We have 10 more minutes in our broadcast, going till 1 p.m. 1 a.m. No one am I saying. So if you have another question, let me see here. We'll take a few more questions here. And then I'll let April get some rest here. And also remember, when she's live, it's Friends with Furries 1111. So I want to give her some promotions here on the show. If you've never seen her do her own lives, she does dance parties. When she does those, the space people, our parents, come in and they start dancing in her room. They physically come into off the ships. So sometimes the dance parties are great because sometimes you get to decompress, and when you're doing the work April's doing, having a dance party is a good thing. It is a good thing because we all get to relax and request music, and the space people dance in the room, and it's a nice way to decompress from all the heavy work that's being done here. Let's see. Any last minute questions? And we have 9 minutes left to the show. This is Ashtar Contact Night. We have this every Saturday night. And unless April's taken off planet, we try to have her on with me, and we'll share information with you.
I just wanted to answer one quick question. Somebody had asked earlier. People have been asking questions about the different blood types and people's specific blood that people have in their systems. There's like these, I guess, this rare blood type that people have. I asked the command about it, and what I was told was that the only thing that has to do with the specific blood or special blood that is in people is that only has to do with the bloodline of where they come from. That's it. There's nothing specific about if somebody has a specific type of blood. Because I made sure to ask about that because I had been asked several times about it, but they said that the only thing that has to do with anything is it has to do with a specific family line that they come from. That's it.
Uh, and yeah, so, and also, that's true. You know, people always constantly ask me about bloodlines. That's your answer. What April was saying, we can't even speak English now. We get tongue twisted. The bloodlines don't matter because the fact is that we are here from other planets, regardless of our human bloodline. The fact is that we all come from other planets. No one is going to be, more advanced because of their bloodline. It has nothing to do with the bloodline. It has to do with your consciousness. It has to do with expanding your consciousness, to open your consciousness to a cosmic consciousness, not just an earth-based consciousness, a cosmic Christed consciousness. When you learn to do that, that's all that really matters. You know, our space people, the Ashtar Command, they don't care about your blood type. They don't. All they care about is the planet. They only care about you. They care about all the life forms. They care about the transformation of the earth. They're not worried about your blood type. So if they're not worried about your blood type, don't be so focused, people, on blood types. It really doesn't matter. At the end of the day, what really matters is the excitement, the beauty of what's going to be happening in about a year from now, which is contact. And it's never going to be stopped. It won't be stopped. And we can tell you, April, I can tell you that our command and many, many ships are coming. It's getting more ships and more space people from other planets than the whole population of planet Earth. That's a lot of people. You have 7 billion plus people on this Earth. The space people that are coming from all over the multiverse. And they're here to assist the planet into a great transformational stage of peace. And they hear me right now. My father hears me saying this. And all the others on the ship do too. But we're here to, April and I are here to work with you. And I know April is live a lot, and that's great. She gets to share with you. She gets to, I don't know how she does it. Between going to ships every other night sometimes, it's like around the clock. They have her on the ship, and they have her coming back here, and she communicates what she can. And she's doing a fantastic job. Me and my humble work, I'm here to do this big show, which has gone viral since I got on here on TikTok. And we've interviewed all kinds of people. Our parents are giving us abilities temporarily to help people in different ways. We're learning how to use our abilities. I'm still learning how to use my abilities, and I know April is. And so we're humble. We have no egos, either one of us, and we're here to do the mission work. So we love you all, really, we really do. It's almost so I'm gonna pass over to one more question, and I'll pass it over. Okay, well, that's a good question. Hey, Jordan. Question from Just Jane Doe. How many beings are on a ship? I'll refer that to April. She's physically on the ship.
It actually depends on the size of the ship. I mean, some of the ships are very small and they can carry 1 to 2 people. Other ships can carry thousands. They're like and let me rephrase this. So the space people do not see like time and space the same way we do. They also do not utilize space the same way we do. So the ship could look like, let's just use an example, the size of a let's say the size of a Toyota. Okay, so the ship flying around could look like the size of a Toyota. I'm just using it as an example, but inside that ship could look like the size of a football field. They space is not utilized the same way as it is on the outside of the ship. So the ship could look, like a medium-sized ship, but there could actually be thousands of beings living in that ship because the inside of it is huger than the outside.
And very well said. So sometimes when you see a small ship, when I know April's experienced this, you go on to what you seem to think is a small Ashtar ship. When you go into the ship, it's way bigger than it looks on the outside. And then when you see bigger ships, like and we have big ships, very big ships, then there could be thousands upon thousands of space commanders on those ships. It really, and as she said, it all depends on. She's been on many of the different ships, a few of the different ships, different sizes of the ships, and she's seen the controls. She has experienced her own ship, and I'm going to let her tell you something about. And we can talk about it because she expressed it in one of her lives. When April went on a ship, her own ship, explained how you were able to learn how to operate the ship. I'm going to turn it over to April.
So the ships are actually living entities. They are living, breathing beings that when okay, so a female of the species of like the ship can only connect in with a female being. So my ship is actually a female of her species, and she is connected into my energy. So my ship is physically connected into my energy. So that being said, my ship moves with the speed of thought. I mean, it's mind blowing how this works. So I only have to think about where I want to go, or what area of space I want to be in, and the ship will take you there. So when I was learning, I'm so sorry, I'm laughing because this is really funny. The first time they let me take control of my ship, I I asked the ship to move forward. Mind you, I drive a very large working ship is what I command. And I have fleets of smaller ships alongside of this large ship. Well, I was trying to get the ship to move forward, forgetting that there were ships alongside of me. So I told the ship, move forward. So it started moving forward. I thought the ship would automatically go around these other ships. Well, it didn't. And it was continuing to go forward. And I saw it getting ready to hit these smaller ships. So I'm like, stop, 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 and I repeated it. So the ship stopped, 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 stopped. And everybody's heads that were in the desks and stuff in front of me were bobbing really fast up and down. And everybody behind me was laughing because it was like somebody learning to drive a stick shift. I was so mortified. I was so embarrassed. I'm like, I'm supposed to know how to do this, right? And it's my first time as a human being driving this because I'm just getting my memories back. And it was so embarrassing, but I gave them all whiplash. I know I did. But I ended up getting control of it after some practice. But yes, I gave space people whiplash.
I would say that see, this is the thing. Now, she drives a car, right? On Earth, she drives a small little car. She's on a ship, a huge ship, a mothership, and she got it to stop before it hit the other assisting ships, the smaller ships. Now, she didn't have to go to that. We don't have an Ashtar Command driving school for this, but she learned how to operate the ship, living consciousness, and it's beautiful. But she did, I kudos to April for going on the ship and being allowed to operate her ship, and she learned pretty quickly. So, have you, since that first time, have you operated the ship again?
Yes, I'm the one who drove the ship that took down the Washington ship. That's why I said I was there. It was my ship that took it down.
So you're doing a lot better as a. Let me take this a minute. You're wait a minute. You're up now. Since the first time, now you're not going into other Ashtar ships. You were able to do this really well, obviously, and you were able to take down that other ship, the Reptilian ship. I'm trying to unmute you. I'm trying to.
Sorry. So when I went up for my meeting with the council, Ashtar and Jesus decided that at that point that I was ready to have my energies ramped up, basically. So they gifted me the ability to for my energies to be magnified, I guess. So since then, along with that, my memories of being able to control the ship all came back. So now I'm able to control the ships as I did as a space person. So flying it with great ease now.
My question is, I did all the when I was on. I don't remember a lot yet because when I go on the ship, I'll remember more. I think. I have the feeling I did all the intergalactic communications. Do I know in my space body? Do I also know how to operate a ship? And I don't expect you to know the answer, unless my father taught me. Commander Rubar, did you teach me how to operate a ship when I was off planet? I'm gonna let it.
He's saying no.
Oh, he said no.
You go to school.
Can I learn?
You go to school for that.
When you go to school?
Yes.
Here's my question. So can I? I'd like to learn how, even though I'm doing intergalactic communications, is it possible for me once we go into being on the ship again that I can talk to my father? How long does it take to go to school to operate a ship?
He's saying it depends on the person.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm glad you answered that. I'm happy with just doing the intergalactic communications. I love doing that. So we'll see. I just was curious.
He's saying it's like human flight school.
Oh, okay. See, I'm afraid of heights. I'm being honest here. I've never said this before. I'm just fearful of heights. My daughter is gonna go next weekend and skydive for the first time. I'm like, not me.
He said, my son's the bravest person I know.
Okay. Well, operating a ship, I don't have to worry about skydiving or anything. I'll be inside a ship, so I feel safe. But I don't know how brave I am. I just don't remember that part of it in my life. But when I go on the ship, I'm hoping to understand that. I hope to understand that when I see my father and my mother and my family. Well, I love everyone.
He said soon, son.
Okay. I am, I feel it's close. Like when he says soon, son, I feel it's close, folks, when he's saying that. And again, I'm aware that our families do not operate in time. We do. So whatever soon is, I look forward to that reunion. And when you love people, like, you have a mother, father, brother, sister on earth, you love them, right? So my parents on Earth, they are not here anymore. I have a brother who's older than me, 8 years older than I am. I have cousins and relatives, but to, for me to meet my father and my mother, who I honestly didn't remember who they were at all until the time that April and I met. I am very, my love for them is so strong that it's almost, I can't put words into the way I feel right now. I love them very much. I do. I can't wait. I can wait. I'm waiting, but I can't wait. When I do say that, I mean that in a very positive way. I can't wait to be able to hug my father, my mother, my brother, and sisters. I can't wait. When that happens, it's going to be the most incredible, beautiful experience in my whole life. And everything's incredible in my life, but that would be the most incredible thing when I meet them.
I wish they would let me come get you. I really do.
Well, maybe they will. We can have a conference with them. Part of me understands it. Part of me is like, I should be up there now. That's just part of my consciousness as commander. You're supposed to be up there now. But I know they have the reasons for waiting, and I've become at peace with that, I have.
I really haven't. I throw it at them all the time. I keep
you do?
telling them I need my team up here. I need my team up here.
Well, now my father hears me as the intergalactic communicator of the Ashtar Command, and I'm using this technology here. Father, can you put a word in to have me taken up sooner than later with the team? Could we get them to understand that, it's better to have all of us up there together. We can have support for each other. We can have support for April, CmdrApril. I know there's a reason why,
He's
but
cutting
also
you off. He's cutting you off. He's saying patience, son.
I know. That's his favorite word. My father always says to me, patience. Patience, my son. I don't know if he's saying it that way. You must be patient, my son. I have a little bit of a sense of humor here.
That's exactly how he's saying it, too. He's kind of laughing while he's saying it because he knows you.
He knows me. Patience, my son. Patience, Leon, my son. When we're ready to take you, we won't knock on your door. We'll come through the window. And if you have apple cider, my son, bring it with you. We'll all have a drink on the ship. And I will bring a gallon of apple cider if that's something I can do. A whole gallon.
He just said, and pearls.
Well, tell him that I don't have pearls unless I have watermelons.
No, he was saying he was going to have pearls for you.
Oh, pearls for me?
Yes. You were saying you were going to bring apple ciders, and he was saying, and pearls.
And pearls. I will bring up some fresh apple cider. And yeah, I'll sit down and eat pearls with my father and everybody. Someone's asking me what pearls are. We're not talking about pearls like the pearls that you find on necklaces. The pearls on our ship are watermelons. They look like the size of a pearl. They're a watermelon. It's called a pearl.
And the that joke word that we use so often, that tahar, the tahar is actually a flower that grows on the ships, and it has very strong healing properties. The stems do, but the flower itself, if you squeeze the bottom of it, it puts out a fluid that tastes just like a very sweet pineapple.
Yeah, I want to drink that too. I want to try the tahar when I go on the ship. I'll eat the pearls, have some tahar, and then probably on the ship they have places where we can sleep. I'm going to go into my sleeping quarters, and I'm not going to sleep a lot. I think I want to see the universe. I want to see the universe first, and I'm sure we'll be able to see that. Go to different places. Are the pearls seeded? I don't know that the pearls are seeded.
No.
Oh, the pearls have no seeds. They have no seeds, but They're very sweet. They're a watermelon. They're very tiny.
They're very tiny and they're almost clear. They're really translucent. They're actually pretty. They almost look like a pearl.
Yeah. Kit Kat's saying you will be so excited. I bet you won't be able to sleep. I probably won't sleep. I'll probably be looking out the window at the universe.
You won't be able to. I didn't. Like the first week, I felt like a zombie walking around.
Oh no. Oh, man. Well, I'll tell you, it's getting a little bit 12 after. We'll be on again. Next Saturday's our next thing. But April knows whenever you have any information, April, just pop in on the live if you're not doing your own live. And just also follow April. We have 360 people here. I want you to follow her. That's Friends with Fairies 1111. Friends with Fairies 1111. And she comes on at different times during the day. If you see her popping on live, go in there and hang out for a while. You know. Hey, April, I hope you're keeping warm up there, and I hope everything goes well. And thank you so much for all your dedication and hard work. Commander Rubar, my father, tell the rest of my family I love them, and I look forward to seeing you soon.
Your father says we know. He hears you guys, but he didn't say. He said we know. But I just wanted to say goodnight to everybody. Brother, thank you so much for having me. And I love everybody. Remember, keep your eyes to the skies.
Yeah, and also one thing I say, Commander Robar, the other night, people's phones were automatically tapping. Was that you, not you specifically, but when you guys were watching the show, were you automatically tapping people's phones? You know, like tapping?
Not us.
Oh, then the question is, who is tapping these people's phones? Do you have any idea?
Technology down.
Technology down. What does that mean?
Your technology down.
Our technology is down.
I guess meaning it was our mess up.
Oh, it's a mess. It was our mess up on Earth. Oh, okay. It was so TikTok was having problems.
He said yes.
Okay. Well, TikTok did me a favor because I had over 200 likes that one night, and then it continued on. So it was a glitch. All right, that's interesting. A glitch. Okay. Well, I know if you guys tap, you'll have the whole place going crazy. So I send my love to you. Say hello to Luna, Tia. And can I have the two names of my brother and my other sister?
They're getting weird now. Everything's getting wispy.
Oh, yeah, wispy?
Yeah. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, Robar, can you not be wispy?
I got Gerard, but I couldn't hear the other one.
Gerard is my brother?
Yes. I couldn't hear what the other name was. It got weird. It went like tin canny.
Okay. So, Robar, it got a little bit tin canny on April's phone. Can you mention who my other sister is before I go?
Kira.
Kira. Tia, Kira, and Gerard. Okay. Tia, Kira, and Gerard, I love you. I look forward to seeing you when I go on the ship. And of course, Luna and Robar. You know, I'll probably be telling jokes all night. Maybe. I don't know. Well, okay. Thank you, everybody. April, thank you for all the work you do. Everybody follow Friends with Fairies 1111. And when she's online on live, please do support what she does and help her out. She's a beautiful soul, and she's the commander of her own spaceship, doing some great mission work. I love you all. It's time for me to go to sleep, and I'll catch you all Sunday night. Take care, everybody. Many blessings. Love to everybody.
Good night.